Hey guys, how are you? Today I thought that I would make a junk journal using my Flavor Folio book from my Grabby subscription boxes. I'm going to use this composition notebook as my junk journal. I've never used a composition notebook as a junk journal before, so I'm going to be borrowing a few ideas from Lee over at Thrifty Day on YouTube. You guys go over there and give her a holler. But like I said, I'm using my Flavor Folio book from the Grabby subscription boxes, and it's got so many great illustrations, such good detail. There's vellum in here. There's cutouts in this book, pre-perforated. You just easily pop them out. Stickers. The stickers are great. Just all around, it's a great book. Now, the pages I've decided to use are these really adorable pages here. The sesame seed bun, the crispy fried bacon, the lettuce, oh my gosh, the cool tomatoes, the cheese, the other thing of lettuce and more tomatoes. This is going to be a good hamburger, and the last bottom bun. So these are the ones that we're going to use making our junk journal. You're going to need some tape, some Fabri-Tac, some scissors, some washi. The washi tape that I've decided to use is going to be my washi tape that's about an inch in width. Just easy to use that one for this particular project. Now, I think I want to just sort them and figure out which ones I want to use first. And of course, I'm going to use the top bun first. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of tape on the front of the page, put it down in the edge of the book, tape it down with another piece of tape on the back of the page. Now you're going to see me do this process over and over, and just put the tape on the front, put it in the book, put the tape on the back of the page, secure it really well. Now you'll see that because I'm using transparent tape, it makes it basically invisible where you attach the new page to the actual journal. Great idea from Lee over at Thrifty Day. Now we're going to add all of these pages in, and we're going to make sure that we skip about 10 to 12 pages in between each new page that we tape in. Now we're going to be gluing 2 pages together. The reason that we're going to be gluing 2 pages together is to make your pages in the junk journal a little bit more sturdy. So when you add your stickers, your ephemera, your ribbons, your cardstock, glue, pictures, whatever you're adding to this journal, you're going to have a sturdy page to add it to. Now, I do notice that I need a few more pages from my Food Folio book. So we're going to choose about 3 or 4 more pages. Super cute with that little coffee ring on that one. I love that one. Now, once I decide on all the extra pages that I'm going to add in, I'm just going to keep continuing the process. Skip about 10 to 12 pages. You're going to tape the front, put it into the edge of the book, tape the back of the page, and then skip your 10 to 12 pages. You're going to continue that until you get all your extra pages taped in nice and secure. This junk journal is going to be so cute when it's done. I cannot wait to have it finished and to add all of my memories and my stuff into it. And then, who knows? I'm going to go on and continue to make other junk journals, but I'm always going to be using this one for all my food related memories. Now we've got just a couple of pages left. Now we're going to decide on these very last few pages that I'm going to add in. Use a piece of tape and then stick it down, and then make sure it's in there secure. And then you want to put your tape on the other side. Make it secure, and there you go. Trim off any excess tape that's hanging out the bottom, off the edges. And once we're done adding in all our extra pages, we're going to begin the process of gluing every 2 pages together. So take those 10 to 12 pages that we skipped, and we're going to glue 2 pages each. And here we go. We're going to glue that 2 pages over and over again until you have all of your pages glued together as double. And This is my cat, Dodo. He's so sweet. He had to come and tell Mama, hey. He's always coming in here to my craft studio when I'm working. He said, hey, Mom, what are you doing? Anyway, let's get back to it. Oh, and I just wanted to ask you to go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't done it already, and go ahead and subscribe. I'd like to see you come back and share it out if you can. So this tape, this washi tape, I believe I got from Dollar Tree as well. It's got some cute little citrus on it. I just fell in love with the tape from, I was actually pleasantly surprised that the washi tape from Dollar Tree actually was sticky. I've actually used washi tape from other places, more expensive washi tape, and it wasn't even sticky. I had to use extra glue on it. So I was really surprised with Dollar Tree's washi tape. I might just have to go back and get me some more rolls of from over there, because you don't have to use, you don't have to use food washi tape in this. You can just use different kind of washi tape, and they did have different kinds. I actually am surprised at how much the food related washi tape that I got from over there. But anyway, like this one is a little fern. I thought the little green fern was so cute. So we're going to trim all these up, and like I said, we're almost done with this process. I had such a good time creating this little junk journal. I can't wait to start adding things to it. I'm going to show you how to actually make a cover to this junk journal as well, along with the little bookmark dangle charm that I'm going to make for it. All the other stuff that I'm going to be doing with this junk journal. I have three other Grabby subscription boxes that I haven't even opened up yet, and I believe I've got a stick it book in each one of those subscription box packages I haven't even opened. So I'm going to I'm pretty sure now that this Grabby box was such a good idea to use for a junk journal, I'm going to use those stick it books and those subscription boxes to make even more junk journals. I think I've got one that's got pets on it. I've got a Christmas stick it book, and I've got a Halloween stick it book that are going to be beautiful as junk journals. I really enjoy this process. It's been really good for me to just be able to do repetitive, just over and over again, like the washi tape on the edges and the gluing of the pages, because it gets you back into the mode of, oh yeah, this is junk journaling. This is what I need to do. And it just kind of reminds you of what it is that you're doing. Because I've been doing a lot of art journaling lately, and sometimes I get burnt out with the creativeness of the collage work and the paint and the everything that goes along with it. An art journal, I love art journaling, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's really nice to just change up the journaling. And I don't really necessarily write a lot in my journals. And that's one thing I do love about art journaling and junk journaling. You don't necessarily have to write in those journals. Your writing is your art, and I really specifically love that idea of just being creative. Your artwork is how you show your emotion. So as you can see, I'm going to be gluing these last two pages together, and then I believe it's going to be done. Um, and you're going to have nice wrinkles in these pages, and don't worry about all that. Don't be too particular when it comes to junk journals. Just don't be too particular. If you try to be particular, you're never going to be happy with your junk journal. Adding these last few bits of washi to the last few pages of the book. And voila, here you go. It did, and this turned out so cute. Y'all, I am so pleased with the way the inside of this junk journal is looking so far. Oh my God, I absolutely love the edging with the washi tapes. When you decide that you want to change your mind and change the whole composition of your notebook, then do it. I forgot that I have this cute little, well, not little, huge 20-pound basmati rice bag. It's even got handles. Oh my good gravy. So what I think I want to do is I want to use this to cover my junk journal. And I am thinking that what I want to do is make a whole cover for it use this as the spine that is already here. I wish I had a sewing machine, because sewing this would have been so much better. Now that I'm going to use this kind of like what, fabric? Yeah, this is fabric. But I want to use this as the spine that's already existing. You can't see it, can you? On the bag. I want this as the spine to go here. And then whenever I'm going to attach it, and I should be able to actually wrap it all the way around, so it actually makes like a book cover. Right. So I'm going to have to cut this whole entire thing up so I can use it like I want to. And I'm thinking that I might even keep the handles and attach them here and be able to carry it. Why not? It's my junk journal. I can do anything that I want to with it, right? Okay, so what do I want it to be? I think I would like the royal to be right here, but that's never going to happen because I want to use this existing seam for my spine, and I'm going to glue all that in. So I am going to need to cut this bag up a bit, and I think it's going to just be cut like where you see it, straight down here and straight down here, right? And I'm going to tell y'all something. Either this is going to work out great or it's going to be horrible. It's going to be one of the two. I can already see it. But like I said, I do wish I had a sewing machine, because the sewing machine would make a much better cover. But I thought the basmati rice would go good, because I'm using this with the food folio from Grabby. So it goes. Okay, so it's going to be like that, and then I'll cut this thing down. Let's see. Yes, but you know, plans always change when you're doing, especially something like a junk journal, because you don't ever really know what you exactly want, and it's like I said, it's yours. So go ahead and just do it the way you want to do it. And I honestly, if I had done it, if I had just glued that charcuterie board and put the cheese and stuff on it, it would have looked fine, but I would never have been happy with it. And I probably would have ripped everything off of it and redone it later at a later time. I do know myself. No, I'm not going to lie. I do know myself, and that is definitely something I would have done. Okay. This isn't exactly like straight because the bag is a little wonky, but that's fine too. It's like I said, this is my junk journal. It's not your junk journal. If you want to do something like this and yours winds up perfect and, you know, aesthetically pleasing to your eye, this is going to be aesthetically pleasing to my eye when I'm done. At least I hope it will. At least I hope it will be. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut this joker out. I love these big basmati rice bags. I never thought that I would actually be using it in craft. I buy 20-pound rices and rice bags all the time because we eat a lot of rice in my family. And I never threw the bags away for this explicit reason. Not for necessarily crafts, but just because I do love the bag itself. Because it's so cute. And honestly, I thought I was going to make like a purse with it. With, you know, with the handles and stuff. Just carry it around as a purse. Put me some leather handles on it or something. Oh, yeah. I guess the word could be eclectic. Or weird. Strange. You know, that's me all rolled in one. I think I'm actually going to use take this up a little bit more. No. Well, I can. Maybe I should have cut this a little bit larger than the actual book, which I'm going to do that now. And if I don't like that line later, I'll just, you know, fix it. But I'm going to need some kind of play in it once I get it wrapped around the book. But I do hope this turns out to be good and cute, because I really don't want to waste this bag. It's adorable. especially with the handles, and it's got a zipper on it too. So if I want to use the zipper for something, I could. All right, so this is going to be my cover. That is so sweet. I love this little bag. And look, it's even got, ooh, I could even use the back. Oh, it's got a cool little stamp on it. Look at that. I could use the back and I could use the front. Let's see. Do I want to use it this side since I wrote the line on it? Or do I want to use this side with the stamp on it? I think I actually like the stamp better. Gives it a little bit more zhuzh. I'm going to cut this off, this seam here. Okay. Gonna cut the seam straight off. I'm gonna cut the seam straight on off. But yeah, look around your craft room. Look around your kitchen. Look around your bedroom. Look around, you know, look around and see what you got and use what you got. I'm always saying that. You use what you got, because, you know, I'll sit there and just like I was wishing and hoping that I had something else to use for to cover the book. I didn't have any scrapbook paper that was gone to cover it, and I literally didn't have I don't want to have to go buy something every time I need something, you know. So just use your imagination and use what you got. All right, I think I'm going to be able to use this seam like it is. I hope so. Let's see what it looks like once I get it. Because, I mean, I'll be able to glue that in over the top. Might need to cut this seam a little bit. This extra stuff that's hanging out. Just to get it laid more flat. Let's see. Okay. Don't cut it too close because I do not want to cut the actual red thread that's sewn it together. Wow, it would have been great if I had a sewing machine. My grandma used to say, I would love to sit there and watch her sew and make stuff. I remember especially, I was probably maybe like 8, I don't even know, 8 or 9 or something. And she was making this beautiful print. I just cut the daggone thing. She was making this beautiful princess dress, and I wanted that princess. She was making it for something. I don't even know why she was making it. I think it might have been for a play for her school because she was a teacher. And I think that's what she was doing with it. But I just remember sitting there watching her all the time sewing. She made it look so damn easy. I'm going to tell y'all something. And so I was always sneaking into her craft room. And I think that's why I love crafting, because I would always sneak into her craft room and, you know, take stuff off the shelf and get so excited about all the pretty stuff that she had. And, ooh, she would get so irritated with me if I came in there and made a giant mess. So I learned how to clean up my stuff after myself real quick when it came to that. Because my grandma, I did not want my grandma of all people to be pissed off at me. That was one lady I did not want mad, because I love that woman to no end. To no end. And I think maybe I should have cut that bag a little bit even more. I could have wrapped it all the way around. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, so that is how it's going to be. I'm going to wrap the whole page inwards like that. And we're going to have it. I'm going to glue it, and then I'm going to trim it. And glue it and trim it and glue it and trim it. So let's see. I wonder if I did heat up my glue gun as well. I want to use plenty of glue, hot glue. And I think I might even fabricate this thing down too, because I do want it to stick. Okay, let's see. Oh my God, this is going to be so cute if it works. But yeah, I have to keep remembering, this is a junk journal, and this is my junk journal. So if I am happy with it, I am happy with it. This is not anybody else's junk journal. This is for my own personal thing, own personal use. And I love my art. I love my crafts. When I'm done with them, I'm always, you know, I'm always so happy with my stuff. Not because I think my stuff is so great, but it's just, you know what, if nobody else is going to love it, you better love it. And just the fact that I'm in here doing this, you know. Okay, so I think that's going to actually stick really well. Y'all, I think it's going to work really cute. And I'm going to have to glue the mess out of it. I do not want it wiggling and coming off. So I'm going to have to really glue this thing down. Okay. It really adhered onto that spine. I'm going to really like the way this is. I've got a feeling I'm just going to love it. And I got a feeling y'all are going to love it. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is glue it directly like it is with the hot glue. Maybe some Fabri-Tac too. I'll hot glue it and Fabri-Tac it because I don't want it falling apart, really, especially with this being the cover. Okay, and that's going to require a whole ton of glue. And I'm sure I'm probably going to, use my little wax paper envelopes so it doesn't, so just in case it does ooze out, it won't actually glue together all my pages inside the book. Okay, so you'll use that wax paper so it doesn't ooze down and get inside your book and glue all your pages together. So I'm going to use a whole ton of this. This isn't Fabri-Tac, but this is a paper tack. I guess it's the paper version of Fabri-Tac. I probably should get some Fabri-Tac. Maybe Fabri-Tac would have actually worked better considering this is a fabric. So I'll find out. But I will use hot glue as well. A whole lot of this Fabri-Tac. And if it doesn't work like this, I'll just Mod Podge it and, you know, make it super solid. And actually, it might not be a bad idea to Mod Podge it just to give it like a finished look on it. Okay, make sure I get a lot of that on there, and that's going to use almost all that whole tube. It's like $8 worth of glue. Okay. Anyway. Okay, I'm hoping that this works together with this glue. We'll see. If it makes a mess, it's going to make a mess, honestly. And you know what? The only way that I can learn is to make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? The only way I can learn is to make a mistake. If I make a mistake, I'll learn how to learn from it. Okay, let's see. Ooh, there's a lot. That's a lot of stuff because it's coming through. Good. Okay. I'm going to have to wash my hands after this because it's really soaking through. That's good though. That means it's going to make a really good seal. Yeah, good thing I put the wax paper down because that's going to keep that from adhering to the pages all in the book. Oh my God, this is going to be so cute. I'm so glad that I decided to go ahead and just do this instead of attaching it straight down. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's going to be so adorable. I'm not sure if the hot glue helped. We'll find out if it sticks. But I'm pretty sure the this Fabri-Tac or the whatever it's called, the liquid glue. All right, now, ooh, I got it all over my hands and in my ring. Gross. I need to flip this over, but it's got a ton of glue on it. So I'm gonna flip this down right over on the top of my wax paper, redo the process all over again. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put this one inside there and this one inside there. I can't wait till I can start working in this junk journal. I think I'm gonna use this one as a junk journal for, you know, shopping receipts and stickers off of food products and, you know, just junk. I haven't used a junk journal in so long, and I promised myself after I made my last junk journal that I would really try not to use a junk journal anymore, because I started noticing I was like collecting so much junk to use in my junk journal, and I'm like, girl, you are becoming a hoarder, because I had so much junk, labels and stickers and, you know, all your junk journal accoutrement. And I'm just like, ooh, you better be careful, because the hoarding is real. You can really just go all crazy. But it was so fun to collect the stuff and to just put it all together. And junk journals are so wacky. They have the existence for a junk journal is, you know, you don't even know why you have a junk journal other than because it's fun. That's the only reason. And it's something that has no limits really, and it has really no rules. And that's a good thing, to have something that you do that has, you know, very little, oh my God, you can't do it this way, oh my God, you can't do it that way, because no, junk journal, and it is literally however you want it. And I don't think this glue is going to work like this. We'll find out. So do your junk journal and just put no limits on it, really. Just make it. My art journals now, they have much more structure, and they're sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you, the last page that I did in my art journal, when I did the video, I got so stressed out because every time I tried to do something, it would not work, and I couldn't figure out what direction I was going in. And I started my background, and then I did the focal point. I shouldn't have never began the focal point. I did the background, and then I did the focal point, and then I tried to fix the background and try to do it all at once, and it wasn't working. And I made myself really irritated when I was doing that art journal page, because there is structure on an art journal, because you really need to do the background first, and then worry about what your foreground is. And that's not what I did. I was trying to be quick and do it, you know, because I wanted to get that foreground on there so quickly that I kind of forgot that I was actually having to, I didn't follow my own structure rules of an art journal. And that's the great thing about junk journaling. There is literally no rules. Your only rule is to have fun and to just create it. You just make it, create it, fill it full of stuff, junk. That's why it's called a junk journal, and be happy with it. And that's why I'm doing a junk journal right now, because I stressed myself out so bad with that last page in my my art journal that I was like, you know what, I need to do something right now that's going to cause me to be happy. And I remember my junk journaling it just caused happiness, because there is no rules, just have fun. Okay guys, I'm going to let this dry. Okay, we're back, and this is, I believe it's dry. Now my ideas have been going back and forth on what to do with this, and I think the first thing I want to do before I do anything else is trim up the edges and then apply some Mod Podge. I think Mod Podge, because I went and got this fabric stiffener, but I'm thinking that isn't Mod Podge a little bit more malleable when it's dry, because I'm just worried that once it dries, I don't want that fabric stiffener to like I don't really know how it acts, because I've never used it. I don't want it to chip or you know, peel or something. So I really don't know. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. I hate going to Hobby Lobby. I swear to you. I went in there just to find the fabric stiffener, and I wound up spending $100 in that store. And I'm trying to sit here and think of what I spent $100 on. Literally nothing. I'm pretty sure everybody does that. Go in there and I need to turn this flip over. You go in there and you think you're going to spend $20 and you want to spend $100. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I guess that's what we do as crafters, don't we? We're always hunting and gathering for stuff. Ooh, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. Cut this off. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it with my X-Acto. Who said I can't do it with an X-Acto? Yeah, okay. It literally just cut through like butter. I'm going to cut this off. Let's see. Maybe I should go top of this. Trim these edges up. And then Mod Podge it. The only reason I really want to Mod Podge it, I guess I don't have to Mod Podge it, is just to give it a nicer edge. I mean, not a nicer edge, but the way this feels, I think I would just like it to be more solid feeling. Let me see if I can get this trimmed off. This is going to be so cute. Didn't want this video to wind up being me decorating it, because I do want to have like some bead charms and some stickers in the pages, but I think that's going to be for a later date. Something to another video showing, you know, a little bit of decorating it. Look at that little butterfly right there. Yeah, do you see how this is really super like fuzzy? That's the reason I want to put Mod Podge on it, to keep that in check a little bit. And I think I'm going to leave that little tail right there. Kind of like the way that's hanging off the end. Ooh, I'm going to have to vacuum. I am done. This stuff is super dusty. Okay, let's see if I can cut that a nice little edge. Okay. Mod Podge, really good. I'll let it dry overnight. Yes. Yes.
You can do what you want, just seize that day. What you're doing tomorrow's gonna come your way. Don't you ever consider giving down. You will find out it's a beautiful life. Oh, oh, it's a beautiful life. Oh, oh, it's a beautiful life. Oh, oh, I just wanna be beside you.
Okay guys, it is a surprise. La la! Here we go. This is the finished dried, oh my gosh, the dried cover to my junk journal. Look how good it turned out. I was so worried that it wasn't going to dry right, and it actually dried pretty smooth. Look. I think what I want to do is maybe glue in a couple more pages and make it kind of like that. When you open it, I just add a couple more pages. I'll glue in one over here and then glue in one back here to just kind of finish it. I think that'll be a really good idea to do. But this junk journal turned out spectacular. I am so proud of the way this thing turned out. Look at it. It actually dried pretty straight and flat. I was worried that it was going to warp. And I was thinking I was going to cut off these little frayed edges, but I'm not going to do it. I'm loving the frayed edges. But I'm so happy that I put on the Mod Podge, because it gives me a really a nice flat surface to be able to glue stickers to when I'm ready to do that. Look at the way the spine turned out. Oh my god, I am so happy that I used this this edge for the spine and left the little don't you just love how the little accent of the this stamp? I guess this was a like an expiration date for the rice. I didn't know rice like expired, but maybe I'm not a good chef. I don't know. But y'all, this book turned out so good so far. I mean, this is just the actual development of the junk journal. I am so proud, and I folded this one in because I only had like one page left, and I just glued that one back together onto itself. Oh, I am so happy with the way this turned out, y'all. I am so happy. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to continue with making the bookmark. I started on the bookmark, and we are going to finish this one up, I do believe, in this video. And I say this video because sometimes I just don't like the videos to run too long, because it just kind of gets tedious to watch and even to try to edit. So I'm still on the lazy side of YouTube videos, but maybe I'll go ahead and finish this now. What we have so far is the double-sided bookmark with, I think I'll use 6 strands. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 4 strands in total. So I'm going to have, 8 strands. So whatever, it's 4 strands, but it's 8. You guys understand what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm so excited. I am so happy with myself. Sometimes I just fret and fret and fret all night long until I'm freaked out. And, I talk to myself out of, actually doing what I'm doing. But I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Honestly, y'all, I really am. All right, now I wanted, look how cute all these little charms turned out yesterday when I made all of those with the little eyelets. Oh, this is so cute. I remember it was a straw topper. I just think they turned out so cute. And I also went ahead and finished up those. Uh-oh. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Can you see it? So cute, right? It's just a little charm that was off of the paper, the little paper that we glued ahead. I actually had to go ahead and finish just taping those on because I didn't really want to glue well. Maybe I just wasn't using the right glue. But, time by the time, I'll have to learn. So I think what I want to do is, let's see, maybe, I'm not quite sure if I want to tie this. I'll go ahead and try it. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button and subscribe, because I would love it if you guys came back to visit me whenever I drop some more videos. And if you would, share it out, because it helps my algorithm and it helps me stay on your channel. So yeah, get all that. Now, I think that's a good little knot. I think it's cute like that. Maybe I should have put a little bead right here. That would have been even better. Oh well, maybe next time. Okay, so let's start. I think I want to start with a little hamburger. So cute. So adorable. I'm in love. And I'm just going to tie it on. Yep. Voila. So cute. Oh my god. All right, look at these little balls. Look, watch. It's an actual rubber ball. Oh, it's an actual rubber ball. I couldn't believe it was an actual rubber ball when I saw it. I found that at Hobby Lobby. Let's see. Let's go in. And I think, oh no, you know what I first want to do is I want to tie a knot first as a little stopper for it, and then I will tie another knot for it to stay in place. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and just tie the knot. There we go. Can you guys hear my cat eating? He's so cute. He's behind me, chowing down on his little lunch. I am so happy, you guys, at how this turned out. Like, really, sometimes, like I said, sometimes my stuff, I love all my arts, but, like everybody, I am super hard on myself about it. But I am really happy about how this one turned out. Tie that one on. Oh, excuse me. Let's see if I can get this to go through that eyelet. It's a little thick and a little frayed, I'm afraid. Let's see. Get this one down there. There we go. Maybe get one of, look at how cute this is. It's a macaron. Now, let's see, what else do I want to add? I don't think I'm going to add like a whole lot of charms right now until I get a feel for what I really want it to, the actual charm bookmark to look like in the end. I think I'm just going to leave it without all of the charms on it, and I can add some later. But, these charms on here just turned out so good. This one is, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see, hold on. Golly. That is a little French fry. Look at that little French fry. And again, I made these out of straw toppers. I just trimmed off the little actual topper that goes onto the straw, the little loop that goes onto the straw, and then put an eyelet in the little top of the French fry. Isn't he so cute? So I'm gonna tie him on. Let's see, this is what we've got going so far. Look at that. Isn't that gonna be so, did you even see that? This is gonna be so cute. I am so happy with myself for this whole project. I really am. So we've got the hamburger so far. Little hamburger with the eyelid, that was a straw topper. The little hot dog, oh my lord. The French fries that we just put on. The little waffle with the blueberries and strawberries. The little rubber ball. I do like this little happy face, but I think I might have to put an eyelet on it. I don't think I'm going to be able to put that on here right yet. Let's see, why not go ahead and add this. What is that, like an ice cream sundae? A root beer float? Who knows, but it looks delicious, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. And this was the straw topper too, and I just cut off the little end of it that goes around the straw. Put a little eyelet on it. See that? So creative, right? Let's see. I think I'm gonna add it to this one. Get it, go through that little eyelet with my tweezers. And then this puppy is gonna be called Done, I think. Because I still want to be able to add stuff to it later. This is looking so dang cute. See the little bookmark? That's the one I laminated with the actual tape. You know, I don't have a laminator, so I'm just going to laminate it with tape. And on the back with all the little stickers, the food stickers. And then it's got, where's my, here we go. Now here's my finished journal. And it turned out so well. I'm going to, I think I might even just glue the beginning page to the cover. And so when I open it up, it's going to be like that. And later on, I'm going to be adding my stickers. This came off of off the Easter bunny cake for Easter. I'm going to add this into my book, my junk journal. But that's going to be later. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be making videos for you guys of the stuff that I add into my journal. And I'm so excited how this turned out. I am really, really proud of myself. Let's see, the bookmark, just stick the bookmark like right, let's see. Put the bookmark right into it. Close it up. And look at that. Look at that. Y'all, it doesn't get any cuter in my eyes. I'm agreeing with myself right now. I am agreeing with myself. Look at it. I am so proud. And I wanted to again say thank you to Miss Lee from over at Thrifty Day for giving me all these ideas on how to make a junk journal from this composition notebook using my Grabby Food Folio subscription box. this idea was so good and so helpful. All right, you guys, I will talk to you later, and hopefully hopefully you're subscribed to me, and you will join me on my next adventure and my next video on whatever else I decide to make on that day. All right, you guys, bye.